Happy full moon in Leo, everyone. This is exciting energy. This is really potent energy. This is very triggering, activating energy. And what I find really fascinating about this full moon is we can either utilize it, get ahead of it, and kind of look at where this full moon is really highlighting something for us. Like the title of the video states, this is like a soft spot. This is like a wound, like kind of like a, oh my God, if anybody knew. We could either look at it ourselves courageously, like a lion, or we can try to cover it up with a Band-Aid and just be like, I don't need to deal with that. And, I find for me personally, when that happens, when I choose actively not to look at what the world is presenting to me, it becomes bigger, it becomes more public, it becomes, you have to deal with this. It's kind of like, when God whispers at you and you're like, that wasn't God. And then he throws like a pebble at your face and you're like, that wasn't God. And he throws a boot at your face and you're like, okay, God, I will listen. I will listen. And I use the term God brazenly. So it could be universe. It just could be, karma, whatever you decide to label it. But that's just the word that I use. So if this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Sarah. I am a channeler and an astrologer. And so today we're going to be talking about the full moon in Leo that we have coming up on the 12th, 13th of February at 24 degrees. And so if you've never seen my channels and my astrology before, we really speak in lenses around here because I wear these big old glasses. So we're utilizing the lenses of astrology, channeling, a growth mindset, personal growth and development, leadership growth and development. We have very busy lives around here at my multidimensional cafe, and it's just you and I having coffee and tea. We're talking about astrology and just unpacking what's going on in the world. It is wild out there. It is just wild. It's beautiful. I feel like I was chatting with a friend on a walk the other day, and we're like, every day that you wake up, you're like, what new thing? And what new thing is coming? What new thing do I get to face and harness and decide how to label it as? Because it's not scary unless you tell the world it's going to be scary. There was 222 when I said that. So let's get into it. We'll use Marvin for the pause. Go grab your journal, your coffee or tea, and we're going to talk about this full moon in Leo. Yeah, okay. So Sarah, what do you mean by hitting the soft spot? I've recorded this so many times, so I apologize if I've already introduced the board, which is starts in Aries. This is the general wheel behind it. Yep. You okay? You all right, babe? You're going to make it? Okay, she's fine. Sybil. If you have any Leo children placements, they will be acting up. And if you have any cats as well, they will be acting up in the same way that I, invoke the energy of the full moon as I record this. Sybil, my cat, has done the same. So I'm going to let her be and let her express herself the way she wants to. So general wheel starts in Aries, goes all the way around over to Pisces. Aries is the infant baby ram, and Pisces is the oldest sign of the zodiac. We're just gonna let you took Aries? Yeah? Okay. We're just gonna put Aries back up. We're gonna do this. Do you want to be in the video, or do you want to stay down there? What are you feeling? What do you think? Yeah? Okay, you can play down there. So Aries is the baby, Pisces is the adult. Over here, Leo, this is like the Sandlot age kids, the Stand By Me kids. This is like early, like 1, 2, 3 Harry Potter type energy. And what we know about teenagers, or, tweenagers, if you will, there's one thing. There's a soft spot. It's like whenever anybody talks to Harry about his parents, or, when in the Sandlot, he was like, you play ball like a girl. Like something, there's an area of your life where, let me find the sun and the moon. Creativity, childlike spirits, kiddos. If you have kiddos, again, they might be acting up. I want to find the sun over here. Here we go. There we go. Sun, moon, Aquarius, Leo. Can you see There we go. Okay. There's a soft spot. I really want you to look at where 24 degrees of Leo falls in your chart. And I want you to ask yourself, have I mastered every single thing about that? Is every component of my life in that house perfect? Have I mastered the Leo energy? All right, she's going to keep Aries. Have I mastered every bit of the Aquarius energy? On the general wheel, this is community, friendships, wishes for the future. And then this is romance, play, childlike spirits, kiddos, fun, artistic expression, creative expression. Are you a master in every component of that, wherever this falls in your chart? If not, I want you to take this opportunity to look at it and love it and speak it out loud. Speak it in a way, and if this is your first time here, when I'm channeling, I'm talking to you and my guides show me pictures and images over here. I have a few other screens going. So what the guides are saying is that like, no one is judging you in the way that you're judging yourself. When you have a leadership hat, when you have a growth mindset, you literally are like, everything has to be perfect. Everything. Leaders don't like to stink at anything. You know, fire signs don't like to stink at anything. Fixed signs don't like to stink at anything. Nobody likes to stink at anything. And so what the guides are saying is like, no one's judging you the way that you're judging yourself. But if you don't look at it inward, as above, so below, as within, so without, the universe will present you with an opportunity to look at it and accept it. And accept yourself as you are, where you are. There are many components of my life, and where 24 degrees of Aries, 24 degrees of Leo falls is in my 10th house of legacy. And there are many times where I'm like judging myself for where I am instead of being proud of myself for doing what I can with the tools that I have, where I am, exactly as I am, and being proud of how hard I work every day and how hard I work on myself every day. I still have those moments of, no, you should be there. But God doesn't bless where we want to be. He blesses us where we are. So we have to understand that being radically, what did I write down? Radical I statements, radical self, radical division, smaller, more potent communities, flowers are pretty with more petals. Okay, so if we go inward and utilize this energy for our own personal development, look to where this is falling in your chart and do some personal, like look at it and love it, whatever that wound is, whatever that is. This honestly, because the sun is transiting the house of community, friendships, and wishes for the future, and this is like the creativity axis. There was a book that I really loved that called it like when you and your friends, your neighborhood friends, put together a talent show. This is what your talent was, and this was the stage that you performed it on. Actually, let me just give you the times and the dates and we'll get into it. So Eastern Standard Time, this is happening on the 12th of February at 8:53. Gold Coast in Australia, the 12th of February at 23:53. Melbourne, Australia, 13th of February, just like 00:53. How do I say that? Just 53 minutes? Yeah. So very late at night, early in the morning. And Central Standard Time, the 12th of February at 7:53. So full moons, it's the exact moment that the sun and the moon are in perfect opposition of each other. I just want to keep recording and letting her play. What's fascinating about this is that we have a square to Uranus. Uranus is over here, direct in Taurus energy, fixed. So Uranus is going to be at 23 degrees and the full moon is at 24 degrees. What does any of that mean, Sarah? Squares, it's like you come up to an intersection and somebody's got to go before somebody else can move. I have a whole video on aspects in astrology and we go over the squares. So I'll put the link for that below as well if you're new to the language of astrology. But let's break it down by lens. Second house, money, values, access to resources. Uranus, lightning bolt energy, our collective awakening planet. So this is big things coming in very, very quickly. Yesterday, never, 2 years from now, 20 years from now. We really can't predict where lightning is going to strike. We really can't predict how this is going to happen or what that looks like. A lot of the time it might feel like slingshot energy. It just might feel like super intense. Like nothing's happening, nothing's happening, nothing's happening, nothing's happening. Then all of a sudden everything in your life changes wherever Uranus is transiting right now in your chart. And I'll have a whole all signs reading for this energy so you can go over your sun, moon, and rising and see what's going on for you. But this square, this T-square, that's potent. And what I talked about in my workbook, and I mentioned it on my live on Monday, Be Yourself. I'll put the link for that below. We had Jupiter just the other day go direct at 11 degrees of Gemini. And so that I labeled it as a mental coming out of hibernation, whereas Jupiter was retrograde, I think it was since October of last year, we kind of went into a little bit of a cave, like if the hermit had a Rocky montage, if you will, and we were just kind of discovering ourselves and communication. We had overloaded communication. We really just kind of had to unpack something specific wherever Jupiter was transiting in our own chart. And now that Jupiter's direct, and it was the same day that Venus went into Aries energy, that was on the 4th. Yeah, that was on the 4th. Venus is going to be at 5 degrees of Aries for this full moon. That said to me, we might have felt like, oh my God, this is my reality. This is what I've been discovering. This is what I've been feeling. And it felt so great. And we just wanted to share it with everybody. Or I just love studying this, or I love researching this, or this is my art, or this is myself. And we might have found or are finding out during this time period that our community doesn't really, not everyone is in the same reality as us. And not everyone has our best interest in mind. That's big. I can't discredit how uncomfortable that might feel. I can't discredit how painful that might be. This could be families. This could be friendship groups. This could be long-time relationships that are really having a bit of a breakdown right now. And what did I write down? Flowers are prettier with more petals. Your community might be so much smaller than you thought, but so potent and effervescent and powerful. So if the whole world is this like beautiful flower, have more petals, have more communities, have more love, have more abundance of that. It's kind of like, you're not meant for everyone. You don't like everyone, so stop trying to get everyone to like you. When we use this inward, like I really want you to grasp this, when we look at ourselves and say, it's okay if the outside world judges me because I got me, I love me, and say it reps and sets until you believe it. Not fake it till you make it, but try it on. Might have been a long time since you said, oh my God, I love every aspect of myself. Not never change, but I love the version of myself today. I love how I grow. I love how I adapt. I love how I am getting to know myself each morning. That's something that I really want us to, as leaders, as, moms, as dads, as business owners, as entrepreneurs, people need you. If you're here at my cafe, you are a leader in your own life. And I don't care if it's, I go to the grocery store and some random stranger asks me where the bread is. You got that energy. You got that fame energy. You got that vibe of like, I got me. So I want us to really spend some time every morning. This could be as you're brushing your teeth. This doesn't have to be a meditation. I just want you to take some time every morning and say, who am I? Who am I? Who do I want to be today? And what did I say? Who do I want to be? Getting to know this you. Because there are people that need you. There are many people that need you. Maybe it's the second you walk outside your bedroom. Maybe it's the second you show up at the office, at the job, wherever it may be. The world needs you. So you need to decide in the morning, who am I? Who do I want to be? There's a Brendan Burchard that what he did every day, high performance habits, not spiritual in any capacity, or maybe more religious, I think. But, the 3 questions that he asked himself every morning was, what am I most excited about today? What could trip me up and how would my best self handle it? And how can I surprise someone that I love? And so those are really great questions. But even if you just focus on number 2 and just say, what could trip me up today? What could trip me up around this full moon? What could trip me up if somebody saw my wounding at 24 degrees of Leo? How can I love that side of myself? How can I love that aspect of myself? How can I really deep dive into this? So the guides are offering a personal example of mine. It's great. So this full moon is happening in direct opposition of my natal Venus. So my natal Venus is at 24 degrees of Aquarius. So the sun is sitting on my natal Venus and the moon is in complete opposition. And so I can judge myself for, you're 37 years old. Look at where you are. Look at how, everybody around you has children. Everybody around you is married. Everybody, like, I could let that devil inside of my head take over, or I could say, hey, I really love myself. I'm really proud of myself. I'm really proud of myself from walking away from things that weren't meant for me. And I'm really proud of how hard I work and how much I really am working on relaxing and how hard I am really focused on balance and loving myself and doing a little bit every day. I really love that about me. I really love how I show up every morning. Two wildly different energies. And so that's how it's like the razor's edge. You can choose either energy because they're both available for you. You can say it's self-deprecating. Leo is run by the sun. This is ego. So look at it. Look at it and love it. So that if anybody has anything to say about it, how can you feel good about you? How can you have your back more? How can you have your best interest in mind more? So that the chit chatter of the gossipers at the watering hole or outside smoking doesn't matter to you. And the phrase, what people say about you behind your back is none of your business, that can help a lot. Because they're talking about a version of you that doesn't even exist. So there's another aspect that's good for now. There's one more aspect that I want to talk about, which is Saturn in Pisces at 18 degrees, trining Mars in Pisces, or in Mars in Cancer. I apologize. So Saturn in Pisces trining Mars in Cancer. Trines, again, watch that aspect video if you'd like more information on the aspects. I break them down. This is your yes friend. This is free-flowing energy. So this is Saturn, our interdisciplinarian. Mars, our assertive planet over here. Yes friending each other. Mars in Pisces is about soul purpose, but this is a little bit illusions, disillusioned. This is intense energy. Mars in Cancer, you come at my belief systems. I'm gonna come at your fingernails. Like, this is powerful stuff. So this is like, my natal Mars is in Taurus. So when Mars isn't in, like, Mars is run by Aries. So when Mars is in Aries, it's like, I'm going to yell at you. I'm going to say what's what, all the things. Mars retrograde in Cancer. It can feel like I'm just seeing red in front of my eyes and I'm not responsible for what it is that I say or do, because this is sleeper cell energy. This is, what did I just say? I didn't say that. I'm not responsible for that. Or this is, I'm sitting behind my computer and nobody can get to me, so I'm just going to say whatever it is that I want to say. This is, our teenage side of ourselves is getting activated. There's another component that's really a player that's going on right now, which is the North Node is in Pisces over here, and the South Node is in Virgo over here. Teenager energy. South Node is what we're releasing. North Node is what we're going into. So you might feel as though you're being asked to be an adult a lot more often and super duper quick. And the second you wake up to the second you go to bed, you're like, you taking radical responsibility for your life, giving yourself time during this full moon, or pick a day. I have Sundays. I don't respond to anything. I don't react to anything. I'm with myself. My phone's on do not disturb. I'm with God. So having that time to be with God, to be like, oh, okay, I know I'm an adult and, I have adult money, so I can provide for myself. I can take care of myself, so I can go take a cooking class. I can go take an art class. I can go to an art show. I can go to a gallery. If, adult money isn't fully at your disposal right now, you can get a library pass. You can go to one of the local, or, usually you can get a library pass to a museum for like $10 or less, something like that. So Put yourself in front of some art, some creativity. Watch a movie. Watch movies that you love. Yeah, I, again, have gone down the superhero rabbit hole because I recognize the pattern is that when I'm taking radical responsibility for my life and I'm adulting every second of every day and I'm showing up even though I don't know fully what I'm doing or how to do it, I get into a superhero phase where I'm like, I'm gonna watch that because I'm my own superhero right now. It's just nice to see like that. It's nice to see that. So give yourself an opportunity, girl, my guy. Like, let your inner child have a day. Celebrate. Do something. Do something. Okay, I'm going to put these down. I'm going to add more tape to this. Let's see. Oh, there's one other component that we got to talk about. So Lilith is over here in Libra, 25 degrees, and I follow the mean nodes in Lilith. So if you follow the true, neither is right or wrong, they just are. Chiron is still at 19 degrees of Aries over here. It's been a minute. If anyone knows how long Chiron has been at 19 degrees of Aries, please comment below. We have Pluto over here at 2 degrees of Aquarius. That's as far as it's ever been in our lifetime. So we're stepping into uncharted territory with Pluto and Aquarius. So it might feel as though you have to be sovereign, you have to be free, you get to be free, you get to take personal responsibility. Like the fact that I can run my life and business from my telephone and my computer is a privilege. The fact that I can connect to people all over the world is unheard of. Unheard of. So expressing gratitude for the things that maybe you have either not taken for granted, but you just don't really think about. Yeah, my brain was braining this morning when I woke up. And so I was just expressing gratitude. Oh my God, I have running water. I have electricity. There's a roof over my head. I know my cat is clawing at me, but she's alive and she's here and I love her. I prayed for her. I have a room. I have candles. I have tarot cards. I have my YouTube community. I have friends and family that I love and that love me back. And I know what I can offer to them and I know what they can offer to me. And I'm unpacking everything, every role that I play in that. I'm taking radical personal responsibility for all of my past, what I have labeled as mistakes, but past Sarah, present Sarah, future Sarah. I'm taking radical personal responsibility. So yeah, it's uncomfortable because I've avoided that before. So it's exciting. But yeah, expressing your gratitudes first thing in the morning can't hurt. Can't hurt. Alrighty. Mercury is in Aquarius over here at 26 degrees. I guess we could call it conjunct. When it comes to the full moons and the new moons, I really don't, I like to do less than a 1 degree orb because this is not my full practice. I want us to utilize this energy and not get caught up in all the specificities of it. I'll highlight the work of Pam Gregory. If you want to deep dive into the aspects, into the chart, that woman is just saving the world. So please go subscribe to Pam Gregory, one of the best astrologers that I've learned more from that woman than ever. And so what I do now, I used to watch her videos and then I'd learn so much from her. And now on the full moon, it's kind of my ceremony to, after all of my products are done and everything, and I'm with myself, I'll watch her videos and just kind of it's just a joy. It's just a privilege to connect to people across the world. So I wanted to highlight her work. If you're interested in the more of the, I'll put my interpreting aspects video below, but she goes through all the aspects for every new moon and full moon. So please, one of my teachers. The last aspect I really want to highlight is Neptune conjunct, same point in the sky, the north node in Pisces at 29 degrees. This is the last degree of the entire zodiac. So definitely I'm going to put the February 2025 video below. I call that Pay Attention because this is such powerful, potent, beautiful energy that is available. It's available for us to either utilize, it's available for us to get to know, to work with, or to just let it wash over us. The image that I'm getting right now is you go to a beach that has really big, powerful waves. And I'm seeing it's just a beautiful picture that I'm getting. I'm seeing some people are surfing, some people are boogie boarding, some people are doing the like when you, what is it called when you have like the little boogie board and it's like the, just like right on the water right there, like right on the shoreline, and you just like run and skim on it. There's families that are playing and they're, you know, building sandcastles. There are people that are chatting in the water and just jumping with the waves and just like letting it wash over them. And some people are snorkeling and some people are standing on the beach complaining about the fact that the waves are so big. Oh my God. I can't believe there's like one cloud in the sky and these waves are so big. There's no, like, I just want to go in the water and I can't because the waves are so big. And you're standing in like the waiting area, and like there's an area for everybody. There's also like an area on the other end of the beach where the waves aren't so big. It's like what we can do when the energy is so potent and so powerful is, and this is, I feel as though I'm seeing this. There's two different views that I've been getting this week, and with all the energy and all of this confusion and all of this, like everything's going so quickly. What am I supposed to do? I don't know. Like, I don't know where to focus. I don't know what to do. I feel as though, and I talked about it in the Monday Live, Be Yourself. So definitely go check that out. Worth your time. What I'm finding is that either you're being asked to turn up your light and step shaking and peeing your pants into a more known area, whether it be launching a book, launching a new website, like making a YouTube, offering a new component to your YouTube, offering a new practice, and you might not feel like you know what you're talking about. Do it anyways. Do it. And there's another energy that's available right now that says, oh, I knew I was supposed to start this a long time ago and I didn't. This is Tony Robbins language, not one day, but day one. Just start now. Just start now. And so just start now. Just start recording, start doing, start whatever it may be. Like, this is paper on the wall of my house. And I made it, and it's been years of my life doing it. So start now. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't. Nothing has to be perfect. You don't have to have the perfect camera. You don't have to have a Canva. You don't have to have the perfect AI. Just start doing it because someone out there needs what you're offering. Truly. This is really important. So I think that the best way to really understand, the best way for us to work with this energy is to find where 24 degrees of Leo is falling on our chart. And in my healing and channeling, I have a full moon healing that's available for purchase. It's $11. I have a membership group that's $11 as well. It really, like, it's a at-home virtual healing, solfeggio frequencies that you can use, healing energy, channeled messages, all different things. I work with my healing canvases. The frequency of love is the canvas that I'm working with for this full moon. It was really beautiful. And what the guides offered, I don't remember if it was the angels or the etheric beings or just source energy, not just, but like source energy. I can't remember off the top of my head right now. Because this T-square is so potent, so Sun, Aquarius, Moon, Leo, Uranus, Taurus. So medicine could be your 24 degrees of Scorpio. What's that like? Where's that in your chart? Deep transformation on the general wheel. Yeah. Stepping into your sovereignty, shared possessions. Yeah. Sexuality, sensuality. Death, rebirth, phoenix run area of your chart. Yeah, I'd look to that area, and that's where it's like, okay, this is a wound. This is what the sun is highlighting. The sun is like the lighthouse in the sky. Uranus wants to shift and change. This is the how over here. So definitely go look at where that falls in yours. Oh my God, I'm just having a full body chill. How can you be adaptable? Oh my God, that's what I wrote down. Adaptability is your superpower. Walk away. Reminding yourself always that not everyone has your best interests in mind. That's a tough one. You can't expect yourself in the people around you. You can't expect yourself in anybody. And when you've had traumatic experiences, when you've had traumas, big T, little t traumas, you can experience what your inner being thinks is love in someone who's not loving you, who's taking advantage of you. What is it? The phrase that, when you start to set healthy boundaries, the people that get upset by them are the ones who liked your unhealthy boundaries. Yeah, nobody who has your best interest in mind is going to care when you say, hey, I can't see you every other day anymore. I can see you once a month. Be like, oh my God, dude, I love you. I'm so grateful that you're making time for me. I want you. Yeah, it was something that Alex, I pronounce his name wrong. Horzoni? I forget. It's like this entrepreneur, Alex. Yeah, I forget how to pronounce his name. I'm so sorry. It happens every single time because I'm like, I can't do that. I want to do that. I want to work every single day, but I can't. And it's just so like I have to go back and forth with that. But what did he say? That like good, real friends are busy friends. Yeah, you're not going to see them all the time because they're in their own arena. They're doing their thing. And when you come together, it is potent, it is powerful, and you really like have like a mastermind together, and then you go off and you run your own thing. So if you feel like you're alone right now, if you feel as though you are in the midst of your own arena, if you feel like you are really looking at your role in things, you're doing the mirror work, you're trying your best, you're doing your best. It's not even trying your best, you're doing your best. There was a season of life where I was down and out. Like your girl was down and out. This was like before I became borderline homeless. This was like I was struggling, and I was working at a hair salon. I was the secretary at a hair salon. I was eating caramel candies for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I was just in roaring pain. And I'll never forget what the owner of the salon said to me. She was just fabulous, wore faux fur like it was her. Just like I just wish I saw her closet one day. And she sat me down one day, just like, Sarah, how you doing, honey? How you doing? Like everybody knew that I was just an absolute mess, like an absolute mess. It was right after I moved home from Australia. I had tried to move to Portland for a week. Like I was running from myself, and God was like, you're going to sit down and deal with you, or you're going to deal with you. And so like I didn't have a car. I was Ubering to work every day. Like there were days that I worked and I made less because I had to pay for the, like it was rough. It was rough. And this woman sat me down. She's like, Sarah, how you doing? I was like, I'm trying. And she didn't even bat an eye. She goes, Sarah, pardon me, this is crass, but when you sit down on the toilet to take a shit, do you try or do you just do it? And I was like, oh yeah, you just do it. She's like, you're not trying, you're doing it. So even if you feel confused every day, even if your brain tells you that you're not doing enough. Oh my God, it was a Tom Holland interview, an old Tom Holland interview, and he quoted something, and I can't remember who he quoted, where it was, pressure is a privilege. If you're feeling pressure, if you're feeling like a leader, if you're creating something, it's a privilege. It's an absolute privilege. Remember that you're living the life now that you prayed for a few years ago. And although you're a forward thinker, I am as well, be in what you're in and really look at this, this soft spot, this wound. Look at it and give it a lot of love, so much love. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. It's kind of like you choosing to love that side of yourself, this component of yourself, this 24 degrees of Leo of yourself, prevents it from being public. This is me channeling messages for you from source energy, from across time and space, saying, just give that side of yourself a little love. Don't make it public. This is the whisper of the world. Don't wait for the world to scream it. Because the more you look at it and the more you love it, it's that universal law of comparison. It makes it okay. You've labeled it as bad or this or that or, embarrassing or not enough. Yeah. There's one more phrase that I heard that oh my God, I'm going to butcher it. I don't even remember. It's like, maybe you don't finish your goals because you keep raising the bar. You know, you keep raising the bar for yourself. So the fact that you continuously judge yourself, you're literally living a life that you prayed for, that you hustled for, that you worked for, that you moisturized yourself for. Love it. Love it. This is Leo. You show up. I wore my goddess dress just for it. I was like, girl, you're going to show up today. So we'll get into it in the All Signs reading. We will definitely, the full moon channeling is available for you. My membership group is available for you. I have an all access membership group, as well as an All Signs reading for the season ahead, as well as the full moon membership group. All access gets all of those things. So definitely check out my website, send me an email, personalized readings, recorded readings. We could do a chart reading for you, half hour, full hour, whatever, tons of stuff. But I think that's it.